Today we're going to work on a preliminary exercise for the next down move. This move is, whereas the last move we did the slice and the wrap. In this move we're going to do the unwrap and then a slice. And so we'll go from the original position that we last ended up in cat, and then I'll show you how to break this down into practicing it step by step. So in the form, it looks like this from the cat stance. It's a block to the front, unwrap, and the slice. So again, from the cat, block, unwrap, slice. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this move down into step by step for you to practice. So again, let's start off with just like a stationary position. And first we'll do the slice and then the wrap. Now we're going to go into this unwrap. First will be a block, and as you do the block, the sword comes forward like this, and then you wrap it around, and then as you slice forward and then turn back. So again, from here, block, wrap, slice, turn back. Block, unwrap. So as you're doing the unwrapping part, again, the blade needs to be down your back straight. So from here, as you come around, I'll do in different views, positions as well. And then from here, your hand drops down to about waist level, horizontal slice, and turn back. So the hand will be starting out from the cat. So we're just doing it in the stationary position so you can get the idea of the actual, just the sword movement. So the hand's going to start off with the blade hand here. And as this hand, as the sword goes out, the hand can come back to center. And then as you do the wrap, kind of moves over to underneath the armpit a little bit. And then as you do the slice, it's going to go up to this position. And then from here, the block, the wrap, and then as you do the slice, up. We'll do a little bit faster. The block, the wrap, the slice. And then just so that you can practice your slicing and wrapping motion, come back with a slice and then a wrap. So you can unwrap and slice, and then slice and wrap. So from here, the block, the wrap, the slice, and the slice, wrap, and then forward. So for this purpose of this exercise, I want you to do the wrap all the way down like we were doing before, past the shoulder, not over the shoulder, down, and then come back into this position. So this is always the starting and stopping position. From here, the block, the wrap. Remember, this hand moves like this as you're doing the slice, and then the slice back, and forward. So we're just going to do this over and over. The block, the wrap, the slice. Slice back, wrap, drop down, forward. Gotta do it this way. From here, the block, come back with the offhand, and then the wrap. And then from here, drop down to waist level and do the slice. Turn. Slice back, wrap, come back over shoulder, forward. Try to do it a full motion to the forward block, wrap, slice. Slice back, wrap, down to shoulder, back. Just do it nice and slow. Do it in this direction from here. Blade hand forward, sword is by the hip. Come forward with a forward block. Hand comes back. Do the wrap. Drop down to waist level. Slice. Make sure that when you slice, coming around horizontal and then a foot back. There's going to be always a tendency to move the sword too much. Just go like that. From here, the slice, wrap, drop down to shoulder, block, unwrapping, the slice, slice back, wrap, down to the shoulder. So you just do it step by step. Block, unwrapping, the slice, slice back, wrap, back to shoulder, forward. Okay, so that's the first step. Again, break it down. You could do this just breaking down each motion so that it becomes natural. This is like rope training. You're building the path. You notice that as I do the sword block, that the sword tip almost stays in the same position as I come forward. So again, this is just foundational training. Of course, in application, you can change the height and everything of the way that you're blocking, but for now, just practice it one way. And then here, back and forth. So that would be the first step. Then the wrap, practice the block, wrap, the block, wrap, the block, wrap. So you break it down this way, it's going to be a lot easier because you need to have you just go right into trying to do that, your timing is going to be off. You need to make sure that you do the block, and then the wrap, and then drop down so that you could do the slice. From here, drop down, do the slice. Here, drop down, do the slice. Do the slice, turn back. Slice, turn back. So block, unwrap, drop down, slice, and turn back. Okay, so once you have that, I'm going to do just one more step for this preliminary exercise. I want you to do from here, the block, the unwrapping, drop down, and then as you do the slice, you're going to step forward into a bow stance at about a 45 degree and end up in this position. Okay, come back, slice here. So block, begin the unwrap. As you do the slice, step forward into this position. Okay, step back. Here. Block, unwrap, step, slice. Step back, slice, down to the shoulder, here. So one of the keys is when you do the block, and then you come to the unwrapping thing, you want the step actually to precipitate the slice, like that. Okay. Block, unwrap, step, and slice. Come back, slice, here. So again, in good Kung Fu basics, the root and the step will precipitate the actual move. So from the block here, as you step forward is when you get the power for the slice. So the timing is critical. Here, unwrap. As soon as you get to this position, now you can step forward on that 45-degree angle. Remember, this hand comes around as you do the slice. And then this is coming back so you can practice over and over. Okay, so this is going to be a preliminary exercise. In the actual form, it's going to look like this. Kind of the block, unwrap into this. But I want you to practice that first section first by doing this exercise. It's a pretty standard move in the dandao for lots of moves with forward slicing and then the wrapping. There's different ways that you can move, but that's kind of the basics. So have fun practicing that. Thank you.